Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURUL MARDHIAH. My matric number is 1200825. Okay, we start with the introduction. The investment main objective is to use finance to generate more income or achieve capital appreciation. In this game, we have already set three main objectives. The first one is to gain experience how to invest in the portfolio of companies in Bursa Malaysia. We have invested in various sectors including technology, energy, industrial, financial and consumer cycle. The second one is to achieve self-determination and independence, because we need to examine the stock by ourselves and decide whether to purchase or not. The last one is to maximize profit and embrace high tolerance for risk. When it comes to investing, the most significant returns are generated by high risk undertaking. The higher the risk, the higher the return on investment. So these are basically all the objectives that we have outlined in this game. We only selected 5 of the best company, namely Berjaya Food Berhad, Mega First Corporation Berhad, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia, Petronas Gas and Cahaya Mata Sarawak to be reviewed and analysed.
My name is Puteri. I would like to continue to the next part, which is entry plan. Before investing, we need to have a strategic entry plan. So the first one is we cannot put all the eggs in one basket, which is mean by each group member will invest in a different type of category. Next, knowing the history of company by looking at the history of the company itself, history of the company movement, whether it will get any profit in the short term or in long term, since our investment game in the short term. Lastly, using the indicator as a guidance, it will help a lot in analyze and detect the momentum of the share price.
Hi, I'm HAZWANI. So I'll start with exit plan. For exit plan, our decisions are also strongly influenced by the 3 indicators. In MACD, our exit plan is when the MACD line are showing strong signs to cross below the line signal. It means the line price will eventually fall and it's the best time to sell the stocks. In RSI, the signal to sell is when the indicator's line is about to exceed over 70% because the stock is overbought. For stochastic, overbought signal is when the indicator's line is above 80%. Stochastic is a lot more sensitive, so it might give false signal. Hi, I'm HAZWANI. So I'll start with exit plan. For exit plan, our decisions are also strongly influenced by the 3 indicators. In MACD, our exit plan is when the MACD line are showing strong signs to cross below the line signal. It means the line price will eventually fall and it's the best time to sell the stocks. In RSI, the signal to sell is when the indicator's line is about to exceed over 70% because the stock is overbought. For stochastic, overbought signal is when the indicator's line is above 80%. Stochastic is a lot more sensitive, so it might give false signal. Next, we go to the fundamental analysis of Berjaya Food Berhad. Firstly, the profit margin is 147.849%, which are very high and an excellent sign of company's positive return. The ROE of 34.297% is good since it exceeds 15%. The PE or price earning of the company is 12.51%, which is not too high. If it exceeds 50%, it might be a bit pricey and inefficient to buy the stock, even though the company's performance is great. In terms of EPS, the higher the ratio is better. However, 0.09% in the EPS is considerably low. Let's jump to the technical analysis of this company. For Berjaya Food Berhad, there are 3 transactions made during early November, which consists of 1 buy transaction, and 2 sell transaction, which is the purple vertical lines. In terms of entry plan, we are focusing more on support and resistance technique to analyze the pattern of Berjaya Full Berhad, the trend. Based on figure above, from the figure, the first support line was drawn at the price of 0.930, while the resistance line, which is resistance 1, is at the price of 0.970. Previously, the stock price had one surge over the resistance 1 line just for 1 day during Friday and reached the price of RM1. On 31st October at 5 p.m, we observed that the stock price is about to fall below the resistance 1 line. This is an opportunity to buy the stocks at a low price. So we decided to make a purchase of 3,000 units that were bought at 0.935 because the price was expected to rise for the next day. Regarding the exit plan, we observed the indicators of MACD, RSI and stochastic, which shows identical signs that the price will eventually rise in the near future. On 1st November at 1 p.m, we decided to sell 2,000 units first because the price has already risen to 0.945 at that time. The reason we do not sell another 1,000 is because we were certain that the price will get higher according to the 3 indicators. On 2nd November, we managed to sell that 1,000 units for a higher price as expected. This is due to the fact that all the indicators are showing the sell signal.
Okay, now we move to the second company. According to the company's website, Mega First Corporation Berhad is a Malaysian corporation that holds investment and offer management service. MFCB is a diverse company group with 3 primary divisions, which are renewable energy, resources, and packaging. The company was founded on April 25, 1966, and its headquarters are located in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. The company is also listed in the main market of the Bursa Malaysia. Okay, now we move to company fundamental analysis. Over the past month, Mega First Corporation Berhad stock has significantly increased by 5.2% on the stock market. Since the market tends to reward a company's long-term fundamental, we decide to purchase its stock and examine its key performance indicator to determine if they impact the market. MFCB has an earning per share percentage of 0.488. As we are aware from our previous lecture in class, the greater the earning per share percentage of a firm, the more profitable the investment. Next, the profit margin is 52%, showing that the company successfully produced profit above and over its cost. Moreover, to the return on investment of MFCB considered good because it is higher than 50%, which is 20.83%. Lastly, the MFCB price earning ratio is 6.18%, which is good because it's lower than 20%. Therefore, we decide to buy this company's stock. Okay, now we move to company fundamental analysis. Over the past month, Okay, now the company technical analysis. Regarding to the entry plan, we concentrate more on support and resistance strategies to analyze the MFCB stock trend pattern. Based on the diagram, the first support line was created at the price of 3.115, while we drew the first resistance line at the price of 3.330. For support line 2, we set the price at 3.330 and resistance line 2 at the price of 3.465. On November 9, we noticed that the price would decline, so we decided to buy 1,000 units of the stock at the price of 3.21 and sell it on November 10 at the price of 3.23. Based on the exit plan, we examined the MACD, RSI, and stochastic indicator that predict the price would fall or rise in the upcoming days. On November 11, we agreed to buy 5,000 units at the price of 3.24 and sell it on November 14 at the price of 3.26. At the same time, we decide to purchase another 20,000 units again at the price of 3.25 and sold half of the unit at the same day at the price of 3.27. We sell the remaining units in the evening because the indicator shows the price increase at 3.28.
Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad is a Malaysia-based insurance company. The company is engaged in managing family and general takaful businesses. The company provides a range of protection plans to suit customer diverse needs from medical, motor takaful, and home coverage to commercial cover, employee benefits, and more. The company offers online product, personal product, and commercial product. Its online product include Takaful MyClick Motor, Takaful MyClick Motor Flexible, Takaful MyClick Travel PA, Takaful MyClick PA, Takaful MyClick Medic Plus, Takaful MyClick Medicare, and Takaful MyClick Term. For fundamental analysis, by fundamental analysis of Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad, the good technique to decide to buy the market stock at the best time. However, to determine EPS, earning per share, is greater the value is the best time to buy. So this company show EPS is 0.493%. Next, the good ROE is higher than 15%, while STMB show as much as 21.265% considered as quality. Lastly, earning per ratio PE of STMB is 7.26%, lower than 20%, very good to buy stock at the time. Alright, next for technical analysis, look at for indicator MACD. Based on MACD, the best buy the stock during blue line across the orange line, which is the first day investment game started. In this game, we buy on 1st November 2022, where MACD crossed above the MACD signal the day before. By the MACD histogram, where it is below the zero line and begins to converge toward it and both lines cross over. Then we decide to sell on 2 November 2022 due to the increased price.
For Petronas Gas Company background is Petronas is category of natural gas utilities, which is they produce the natural gas. So for the second one is Petronas located at Twin Tower Kuala Lumpur at the city centre of Malaysia. And the third one is Utilities Keping in the Pahang and Utilities Keteh in the Terengganu is the place for production of utilities. So for the last one is the three main resource of Petronas is water and gas, which is this resource to produce electricity and to produce a processing plant. For fundamental analysis, we have two, perception and financial. So for the perception analysis, Petronas is a well-known company, which is when it's well-known, it is sustainable company. So for the second one is Petronas have a big investor such as EPF, KWAP, PNB, and Public Mutual Berhad. Okay, for Petronas financial analysis, profit margin was 48%, which is company does not face any loss. So this is good. So second one is price earning share is 1.005, which is it is still great value because they have still a dividend for each stock. For the third one is return on equity, which is 12.9, which is even it is low, then it's not too low. For the last one is price earning ratio, which is PE, is 20.19, which is we consider it as a normal price. Since the below 20, it is still a moderate price. It's not too pricey. Okay, for technical analysis, we use 4 indicators. First one is support and resistance. Okay, at support, we buy price at 19.62 ringgit, which is according to the history support, we believe that the price will go up in the future. Okay, for the resistance, we sell at the 17.12 ringgit. According to the resistance history, it is between 17 to 50 ringgit about the resistance. For MACD indicator, we buy when the line is start cross, which is blue upper than red, and we sell when the line cross again with which the red below to the blue. Third indicator, which is RSI, which we buy at a 44.9, which is not oversold, but we believe 44.9 it is still lower and be able to rise up until the 70 of relative stage. And we sell stock when it 59.85, we reach according to history of the highest the RSI, which is between 55 until 60. The last indicator which is stochastic indicator, which is we buy at the line between 20 to 40, which is not oversold, but we believe it's still lower, and we sell it at 96.66, which is overbought, which is because it is upper than 80 of stochastics.
So we continue to the next company, which is Cahaya Mata Sarawak, CMSB. CMSB is a leading corporation listed on Bursa Malaysia and is a major private sector player in Sarawak. The largest state in Malaysia, Cahaya Mata Sarawak Berhad, has evolved from a single product manufacturer of cement beginning in 1974 to become a corporation focused on its vision to be the pride of Sarawak and beyond. Cahaya Mata Sarawak is a Sarawak leading infrastructure facilitator and a prime mover in the Sarawak growth story. The next part is fundamental analysis of Cahaya Mata Sarawak Berhad, CMSB. The gross profit of CMSB is at 18%, which affected by production cost increase or the revenue decrease. The next is the earning per share at 0.191, which is quite low, but CMSB can raise their earning per share by simply buying back their own share, thus reducing the amount of understanding stock. The next part is return on equity, ROE, at 9.251, which CMSB earned relatively little compared to its shareholder equity. The last, CMSB has a price earning ratio of 4.35%, which is this is the reasonable price to buy at that time. So we go to the next part, which is technical analysis of CMSB. The chart represents Cahaya Mata Sarawak CMSB daily current share price over 63 days, started 31st October until 1st January 2023. Our decision to invest in CMSB is because of strong institutional investors such as Lembaga Tawaji and Maybank Asset Management Berhad. Our first buy of CMSB is on 15 November 2022 at a share price of 95 cents. The MACD crossed above the signal line, providing a strong recommendation to purchase. The first sell on 29 November showed that RSI and SI lines are crossing above the signal line and upper band, which is 70%, which means overbought.
To conclude overall this game, during this game, we can find out the technique used to buy share and also sell share by fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Based on the technique, we can make the right time decision by looking at the profit margin and earning per share, where the higher value is better. So this is your performance this game. 4 of 5 trader get the profit and one of them get a loss on this game.